Jay here for Stretford Paddock. This is Off the Bar, brought to you by Green King Sport. And joining me are three people that don't need an introduction, but I'll give them one anyway. Mr. Stephen Alson, how are we doing? All right, so enough out of you. Mr. Adam McCullough, the same. And Mr. Joe Smith. Love that. And that's been Off the Bar. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week.
What are we talking about?
He started it. I thought we were on strike, writer's strike. Our writers are on strike, so we don't know what to say.
There is no unionising in Stretford Paddock.
No, there's some YouTubers like that.
We are a dictatorship.
Yeah, there isn't. I've told these lot.
Why does that
Not
say
happening.
£100? Yeah, do I reckon we could raise £100 from selling players? I do.
You don't
call me bold.
What are we talking about today, Jay?
We're going to be talking about this
bold, you're
potential fire sale that United could be having. When we say fire sale, about 4 or 5 players getting sold in the summer because, let's have it right, we have got
I
to
think
sell
it's
some
Or we could
players.
just
more
set
than
some of
that.
them on fire.
I think it'll be a lot more than that.
Yeah,
Leaving.
that would be an option. But obviously,
Metaphorically speaking.
Thank you, allegedly, or whatever. So we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Also, you were mentioning this last night. Marshall FC. It's been folded on it.
Disbanded.
Disbanded.
I went on the
we're
Facebook
still live
group
and
it
kicking.
said,
It's that way it's made
it said 0 active
We're
members.
still live and kicking.
Yeah.
We're still live and kicking.
We sent an email, it bounced
You
back.
think like, when you look for a restaurant, it says permanently closed.
Yeah.
On Google, you're like, shit, too late.
But if you rock up,
We're still rocking
there's
and
a
rolling.
fella there with a towel over his arm.
We are looking at our options.
Please.
We've got all the brochures from Thomas Cook, and we're getting ready for the big summer.
Shame
Do you
they're
think-
8-year-old though, innit?
Yeah.
Let's start with that then. We're going to get into all the buy and sell and what's going to happen, or sell and keep. Sorry, not buy and sell. Let's start with Marshall.
Keep.
Simple question, Adam McCullough, because you're one of the founding members of Marshall FC. Has he played his last game for Manchester United Football Club?
I don't know whether he's played his last game because now Manchester United will play him 10 games at the end of the season.
Has he
I do
bollocks
think
played
this.
his last
I do
game?
think. This,
You may jump in, yeah, no? Because I think...
I do think this obviously his last season at the club, and I think when you look at Anthony Martial, even when you look at the way Marcus Rashford is at the moment, you look at Sancho. I think it stinks what Manchester United, as a culture, throughout the team and throughout the years, how many players we've just wasted. Because when they come through, they all got talent and they're all on fire and they're doing this, doing that. Especially Martial, he's had periods where he was class.
Yeah.
Remember Alexis Sanchez coming in and being just the end of it. Ollie's season, although behind closed doors, maybe some of that was involved with it. But I remember then, it was just unreal. And then injuries haven't played their part. But also, I think the culture of the club, when you look at a lot of the transfers, we don't push players a lot, do we? It's like with Martial as well. We gave him like a £250,000, £300,000 a week contract, whatever it is.
Yes.
And then it's like, for a lot of these players,
Value.
it's just, all right, even if I am injured, it's like, all right, I'm all right here. Why should I leave United? I'm all right here. Why should I push them? And I think you lose the culture of the club as just one big example, Martial, because he's a talented boy.
No, I'm not disputing the fact he's talented.
Some of the best goals I've ever seen have come from Anthony Martial.
I'll give you the Watford one. I don't know about
The Liverpool
best.
one.
Liverpool, Everton semi-final.
Best. No, like in terms of excitement and enjoyment.
Yeah.
I'm bouncing out of Wembley that day. Oh,
Mate, that Everton one.
How much of it...
Rolling down that spiral staircase,
yeah, it was
just
class, that,
thinking
innit?
Tony Marshall.
I think we kissed that day.
That was... that was one of the best...
Blimey, sorry. Got a little bit. It's not an image I want to rethink. How much of it do you think is, and we'll get to the rest of the squad obviously, but how much, do you know we talk about like wasted money and $1 billion in transfers and all this and all that, how much of it do you think is we've bought all of these players like Di Maria and Lukaku and maybe Martial or whatever and Sancho were bad players and the wrong signings, and how much of it is the club that they came into was never set up for them to succeed?
I think it's a mixture of both, but also you look at, we're talking about Anthony Martial at the moment. Let's say, just as one signing, the managers we brought in didn't suit any of the signings that we had. Like you made all these signings that you brought in young players, and then you brought in Jose Mourinho.
Yeah. We went
Like, it
turbo
didn't
for Louis
make-
van Gaal.
Yeah.
We actually did, for the first 2 summers at least, really back Louis van Gaal, and then he was cooking something that wasn't quite coming to the boil.
No.
And I know we didn't see a goal in the first half for
3 months.
it felt
It was at my end.
That's not quite coming to the boil.
It did feel
That's
like
one
that.
way of saying not quite coming to the boil, isn't it? No goals at that end for 3 months. But yeah,
we were
similar.
top
Got
of like
there.
that top 6 mini league thing, which people seem to think is really important when United are bottom of it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
No, I'll give
like
you that.
there was something going on.
Yeah.
And then after that you bring in, and you can make the case that you might not have got Mkhitaryan, Pogba and Zlatan. You might make the case that you might not have got them without Jose's pull. But we were also supposedly working on the Pogba deal for 3 years, which was like, 3 managers came and went before that actually got ratified. So you think, well, what did Louis van Gaal do? He had Chris Smalling looking genuinely world class, which might be magic.
Mike.
Mike Smalling, alongside Daley Blind, which honestly is the oddest centre-half partnership that has done a record number of clean sheets. Then he adds those three players. If he'd have added Zlatan, Pogba and Mkhitaryan, maybe we'd have seen a goal more than once in 3 months.
Do you think he should have been given, I don't mean you spoke about this on the brew, but do you think he should have been given another year or a bit longer, Van Gaal?
I wouldn't have minded. Obviously the club had you have to hit top 4 minimum expectation. And the fact Jose was available was... but it just shows the reactionary nature of the club. In the biggest nutshell ever, like we've gone 2 years down the road with this guy who is known. Like you had Timothy Fosu-Mensah having me say all sorts of mad shit.
You were alone.
Him and Cameron Borthwick-Jackson.
Yeah, Borthwick-Jackson. I was so keen on Borthwick-Jackson.
Tyler Blackenbauer.
Oh, mate.
Paddy McNair from Ballyclare.
Like we had Donald Love. Where's Donald Love playing now?
I don't know.
I saw him playing in the Premier League and didn't go, Jesus, titty fucking Christ, what is that? So Louis van Gaal was doing a bit of a madness with.
But at the time,
players.
and I think you kind of hit the nail on the head when you mentioned the club kind of get caught in these things, and it's, you know, when there's like an overswelling of emotion and push for like, the manager needs to go now. And it's not necessarily.
But that's because
it's like I fear that with
management.
Ten Hag sometimes. Like people are just gonna, he needs to go now, and then it's like, oh wait, should we have done that?
And he get rid of
Why
him
didn't we
before
give
you
him
know
some
it?
time? Do you know what I mean?
Because David O'Leary's here. Shit.
Because Van Gaal didn't get sacked the day after the cup final, did he? Or the day of the cup final? They'd
No,
already
it was the
made
day
that
off.
decision. I know it's official. Yeah, the day off. Give us that trophy. That's not yours anymore. So
Anyway,
off you go.
have you had your photo?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Come and have a word. This is Tina. Show your P45.
If you think though, like you're saying there about Martial almost being like the prime example of being sort of slapped around from different manager to different manager, the way Jose Mourinho plays, he's never had a player like Martial be his focal point, his style of number 9. He doesn't like players like Martial, so that was never going to work.
But that's what we're saying.
But no, exactly, that's what I mean.
We
So
bought players
is it Martial's
consistently
fault?
for managers, and then managers leave.
Exactly.
And then
Louis van Gaal,
there's
David
no, and we also went from, we tried a manager that used to win loads of things. We can't try one of them again now. It's like Solskjaer used to play for United, so no ex-player can ever manage manager. And we kind of just started when really you should be following a theme with your managers. Like all your managers should follow.
You can kind of see that, like a little bit, like with the Scousers from Rodgers to Klopp. I know Klopp's a lot better, but you can understand it. But with debatable. But like with United, you go from Moyes to Van Gaal.
Look at Moyes' signings.
to
You mentioned
Mourinho.
Moyes.
It doesn't make any sense.
Who were his first 2 signings?
Sorry?
2.
Moyes' first 2 signings.
He didn't sign 2 players.
Was it the kid? Was it not Enrique? What was his name?
Right, Angelo Enrique.
No. Okay, 2 main signings.
Oh, sorry, Mata and Fellaini.
Yeah, but 1,000,000% he didn't.
Is there any joined up thinking between those 2 players?
1,000,000% he didn't sign one matter.
No, but cool. But is there any joined up thinking there?
He went, David, you have a one matter.
Yeah, but there's no joined up thinking between
Boys
those 2
went,
signings.
who's that helicopter there? I went, that's your new signing. What? Right.
Who's in it?
Where's he going to land? Everyone off the pitch. We didn't know who's coming.
There couldn't be 2
transfer
of the
fee for
more
it, for you.
different players.
Imagine you're picking 5-a-side teams. You make Mata captain. You make Fellaini captain the other one just for a laugh. They'll never play together in like a 9-a-side.
Although they did link up really well for the equaliser in the cup final.
It was worth it just for. No, it was a bit of a shambles, wasn't it? And I do kind of feel sorry for a little
was
bit.
one matter 10 years ago today?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It was, I think it might have been.
Hang on, I need to go
one of
throw
our
up.
best signings in that period.
Yeah.
Him, Bruno.
It's a fucking low bar. I
Martial.
It is,
It's a very low bar.
2024 is upon us, which means a packed schedule of FA Cup, AFCON, and of course Premier League football.
Beat the January Blues and watch every single game with the atmosphere it deserves down at your local Green King Sport pub.
Don't settle for a dodgy stream. If it's on the telly, it's on at your local Green King across their huge HD screens.
And if you download the Green King Sport app, you get 10% off every single drink whenever there is a game on. They've also got loads of low and no alcohol options as well. So if you're doing dry Jan or you don't drink, there is still plenty of choice for you. Make sure you go and check out Green King Sport, download the app, and thank you for sponsoring the show.
Manchester United are currently 7th in the Premier League, so we're going to have a look at whether INEOS or Erik Ten Hag, whoever's making the decisions, should sell or keep certain players. We're going to go through the squad and give us our keep or sell, and you lot can join in the comments, let us know your thoughts. So Joseph, Talk us through it. We'll go through this. We'll do it quick fire because we don't need to dwell on some of them. A lot of them are pretty obvious. Some, there may be a little bit of debate that goes on. Start from the goalkeepers and work your way.
Yeah, let's work our way through. So first of all, Altay Bendia. Should we just
keep? We've not just got him. He's not played yet. Keep.
We don't need to worry about that.
I've heard stuff about him as well. Like he's got like a personal trainer and chefs and all this. He's moving like Cristiano Ronaldo. And
He plays chess apparently, which is what I always look for in a goalkeeper. Yeah. I'm sure you do, don't you? That your first question when someone comes to Paddock? Can you play chess?
I had such a good line then, but what's he called? Bobby what?
No.
Chess fella.
Oh, Bobby Fischer.
Bobby Fischer.
Yeah.
Don't work.
It must be a nightmare playing chess in goalie gloves as well, so I bet he's really good.
Nice.
Do you know what I mean?
Keep. Tom Eaton.
Keep
Tom Eaton.
It's almost
Keep Tom Eaton.
Who cares, innit? No.
I care.
He don't play. He's not a United player.
Right. He is.
He ain't though, is he?
He is, because I can't register him. So clearly
there you go. You calling him a liar?
Keep or sell. I have no opinion. I like him, so keep him.
I like him. He's a good lad, Tom Eaton, as well.
He knows all our names, so let's.
Yeah, I love him. I love
Not
him.
only is he a top lad, I was listening to John Smith's podcast. John Smith's.
John Smith, what, the bitter?
No nonsense podcast, sir.
John Shin's podcast.
Yeah.
Right? And he was saying Tom Eaton went and let on to him as he was at Carrington the other day, jibbing in.
Okay, so
he's like that.
Tom
When I took my lad there, he was very friendly as well. So 100% we'll keep him. He's the fabric of the club.
He's a fan of Paddock, so obviously.
Yeah, well, obviously. Who else have you got for us?
Victor
Lindelof. Just signed a new contract, but don't let that play into your thinking here. Victor Lindelof, keep or sell?
Keep. It's thin margins for me, but I'm edging towards keep.
Keep, because I'm going to get rid of a rate load, so...
We need someone left after Steve's massacred the entire style.
I can't
squad.
get rid of all our centre-backs, so Victor Lindelof stays.
Right. Victor Lindelof stays. 3 stays.
Keep.
Yeah, that's a unanimous decision.
As like a backup.
Yeah, he's not starting. We don't want him to start, but he's available.
Are we on about keeping for the January transfer window?
No, in January is nothing happening. Summer.
For next season.
Summer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on. Next one.
Then, let's whiz through a couple more centre-backs here. Harry Maguire.
Get rid.
He's had a little purple patch in November.
Really? Did he stand on a grade?
We were conceding 4 goals against everyone.
All right.
Jesus.
He got
Hang on a sec. In November, we played 3 games and got 3 clean sheets. So at least get your facts straight.
Mate,
you're
we
talking
conceded
about
4
the Premier
against
League player of the
Copenhagen,
month.
3 against Galatasaray, 3 against Bournemouth.
Why are you so pro Maguire?
I'm not. Sell.
No, but you just defended him right there and then.
Yeah.
He does more defending than him.
Honestly, if Maguire defended the net as much as you defend Maguire, we wouldn't have a fucking debate here.
Listen, Joe, stick to your guns, right? You're right.
He
did win. He did win playing a month.
Do you know what we've done?
Super quick.
That's
Just got his sell value up a little bit. Maybe we can get 40 million for him now.
Yeah.
Sell him.
Off who?
West
Saudi.
Ham.
So we can reject another transfer.
Saudi.
Leicester.
Etc.
Can swap him for their
If
training.
Burnley is spending 20 million on a keeper that's only ever played in League One, we could probably get 40 million for someone who's got about 75 England
but that's
caps.
money
Fuck me.
laundering.
Yeah, well, let's do a bit of laundering.
Allegedly.
We couldn't even get 20 million for a goalkeeper that played for England when we sold Dean
We
Henderson.
couldn't even
That's how
get
good
20
we were.
million for
We couldn't
Anthony
get
Marshall
40
with 20
quid
million
cash
in his
for
pocket.
50 quid.
That's true. Okay.
Right,
Sell.
unanimous. Everyone wants to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Who's next on your list?
Let's do Raphael Varane.
Oh. I'm gonna. You know what?
Time's time, innit?
I'm gonna go sell.
I would keep.
Sam Cock. Come on.
I'm gonna put an asterisk next to my sell, and I'm saying if you actually sign someone who's deemed as a first choice centre half, sell him. If you can, keep him.
Okay. Can I have an asterisk as well?
Well, what is it?
What he just said.
It's like a little star.
Yeah. Like what the Scouts had when they won the league. Like what City had with every trophy they've won.
Bottom
since
left on your phone.
The money came in. Okay. Yeah. You know them asterisks is next
It's like
to
what
him.
Pep had when he was cleared for drug abuse.
Yeah. It's like. So I'm with him. I think if we don't get another centre half in a first choice one, then you probably do keep it. But I think the way it stands, we will. So we'll go. Yeah.
We need to sign like minimum 2 centre backs for me to feel comfortable letting Varane go.
Yeah, I think keep.
Yeah. Keep. Well, that's we're airing
I think that's fair to keep 2 sales because it's like there's variables
I'd
there.
be surprised if everyone was told.
All right. We're still going through the centre backs. Who's
Johnny
next?
Evans.
Johnny Evans.
Fifth choice, keep.
So.
Keep.
Why would you sell him?
Because
He's probably on pay as you play. He's no fucking trouble. He's great around the gaff. He's clean. He's house trained.
Can I do
He's one of the few people in the squad with a
better than
Premier
Harry
League.
Maguire.
He's got a Premier League winners medal,
right.
and ain't many of them. He can regale them with tales of when we used to be good.
Can I do a?
I think he
Can I
stays
do a
anyway as like
coach?
he
Yeah,
becomes
as
a
like
coach.
MUTV.
I want to do a
MUTV
Stephen Howson asterisk
He
thing.
will be an actual emergency next season. where he's in the squad, he's coaching and that.
I mean,
and if we have 5 injuries, he's going to
unlike
come.
the 18 games play every week that he's been this year.
Our best centre-back playing every week, yeah.
Have we got any? No, do you know what? Sell, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, lads.
Who's your man, Camboire?
How can you sell
He should
Jonathan
We need to
Grant
think
Evans?
about, like,
don't give me
what-
that. I want him to be a coach. Move him upstairs, but sooner or later.
Upstairs.
Give him Fergie's
If we
job.
want to,
Right up there,
be trying to be a
join
top
Paddock.
team,
Go in heaven.
we've got to be being a bit more ruthless than that, surely. John Evans is going to
You
be
can't do a
36.
12-person swing giggity in
That's what you
in
think.
one summer.
Yeah, but this isn't just like
Joe,
who can we
Joe.
actually replace. This is
You
who
saw-
should really be here
Joe.
next season. And Johnny Evans shouldn't,
You
unfortunately.
saw what
as
happened in
much as I
San
love him.
Diego. The mates with him.
Yeah,
They're not
exactly.
going to have it. Right, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
He has been
regardless,
good. He has been good.
regardless,
Even if he's been
compromised.
shit,
he's
but
been
still.
our best centre half.
The bar is very
The
low.
facts are the facts.
I'm just saying he should just
But
stick
Maguire's
him
been our
around on
second best.
six.
So that's not necessarily the
Nah,
bar,
because
is it?
that one game Martinez played was better than Maguire.
Bro.
Sorry, half a game Martinez played.
Maguire hasn't been better than Evans this season.
I said
You're
second
not
best,
gonna
didn't
look,
I?
innit?
If you listen.
Yeah, thanks. But he's not even been second best.
Who's been second best then?
Martinez.
I don't
No.
know. Yeah, Martinez.
He hasn't.
And then Varane.
Martinez hasn't
Then-
been second best. Martinez was poor because he
then-
was still injured, and then
then
he's
Big
played
Willie.
30 minutes.
Big
Big
Will.
Willie
And then
Styles.
Big Willie. Like, hey, we're not seeing Maguire talking about his fucking win percentage now, are we? Oh, my win percentage this season.
Right.
Shut the fuck up, Harry. That's what it is.
So
Shite like the rest of the teams is what it is.
I don't even know what we've agreed on here with Evans.
Yeah.
I think we're just getting.
I think it's a
Keep
dead
him.
heat. It's another 2-2.
Right, we'll keep him then because I can't be asked
Johnny,
arguing.
if you leave United, you're always welcome on our staff here.
And
I do
I've
like him. But
I've
he's
got a spot
35,
centre half for
36,
you.
whatever he is. That's
No,
not the
stop
issue.
trying to drag him over there.
Why?
We want him here with us.
You can do both. Go on.
Sandro Martinez.
Keep. Let's not be silly.
Resounding keep,
Are you
yes.
fucking insane?
Keep him.
Are you fucking insane?
You asked me
Keep
that
him,
question.
captain him,
Yeah.
and build a bastard statue about him
Yeah.
for when he brings in 25 titles.
Yeah, I'm up for
Reasonable,
that. I'm up for
Give him the keys to the city.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's go right back. Diogo Dalot.
Keep.
Sell.
Shall.
I've got the deciding vote.
Yeah. Well, no.
No.
You've either got
it's just I can even draw it or
leveling
push him
vote
over
or
here.
the extending.
Do you know what? If you're going to have Johnny Evans because you love him, I'm having Delo.
But you know Delo, yeah, he's right and left back. I think someone like him.
And bad at both.
Nah, he's not, man. He's arguably been one of our best players this season out of
It's a
us.
low
Shit.
bar.
Hey.
It is a low bar.
Yeah, it's such a low bar for all these. You could be the best player at United in your position and we can still watch.
I just think there's a player there though, and I think with the right team, like if we had a proper,
It's a backup
functioning
player at
team,
best.
I agree he's a backup
He's
player,
class.
but I think the fact
and
he
if you
plays
wanna-
left or right back.
And if you want to have him for the squad, I've got no
Yeah.
dramas with that.
I'd
If you
have him
think
for
he's
the squad.
starting, we're going to
No.
have to go and have a chat.
Wan-Bissaka
Oh. See, that's
Sal, definitely. Definitely.
is a definite keep for me.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
I think he's one of the few players that would actually get 25 million plus for. Maybe
'cause
20
he's
million
good.
plus. No, he's not. He's quite good, but he's not like top player. You need fullback's one of the most important positions in world football these days.
Yeah.
And Wan-Bissaka is all right.
Back in
he's
Mardy.
he's very good at slide tackling,
Fullbacks
but
defend.
defensive positioning's not great.
Yeah.
He lets men go over his shoulder. Going forward, he's average. He switches off. I just think he's okay, but no more than that.
I think he's a player that. I know you might seem a bit daft because of his age now. I think he can improve. I do.
Maybe.
I think he can.
I do think it's a case though, like with Diogo and Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah.
Well, you've got to let one of them go,
One of them has to go.
and you've got to let one of them
All
go.
right. If I've got to let one of them go, I'm letting Delo go. Delo or Wan-Bissaka? You keeping one? Who are you keeping?
I'm keeping Dillo, but I think we should move on from both.
Right. Who are you keeping?
I know INEOS are hearing that, but they ain't Santa Claus.
Here, are they in the room?
Like,
Well, spies everywhere. INEOS. Ratcliffe's boys are
was
everywhere.
it?
Delo or Wan-Bissaka? You got to keep one.
I'll flip a coin.
Right.
Keep the low because of the versatility. Although I did just see recently Aaron Wan-Bissaka play left back.
See, everyone's versatile if the manager's brave enough.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
just why don't you say what
mentally
you want
not.
to say.
Why are you scared?
Yeah, I'll keep the low.
I'll keep it all.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I'll get rid of the black guy. I think I don't know. Right. Okay.
Well said, Jay.
Thank you.
You
Adam.
see my football team?
There's a good point. Well made.
Left back, Terrell Malacia.
Keep him.
2 words, Ron Atkinson.
So we talk about Malacia.
I'll give you other 2 words because this is more accurate. Roy Hodgson. I have one white centre half.
Malacia
Yeah.
is a strange proposition because he's all right as a backup left back.
Is
then
it?
Also,
He's played about 5 games.
well, exactly. Then he's been injured for 7 months. And
Rashford loves him.
And no one really knows why.
There you go. Keep him because of that.
Like,
Him, Rashford and Sancho
He's a
are
good
mates.
dinner date for Rashford.
What player even comes back? What's up with him? What's wrong? Is it?
I just feel there's no resale value. He's a decent option when he does play. I think it's almost pointless selling him because you're not going to get much for him.
I agree.
And I think he can do a job when you need a backup left back. He was playing his part in those wins last season. Then he gets Arsenal and Liverpool.
He hasn't been stained with the shitter this season either.
No. It's like by not being there, he's done himself a right.
It's the final piece of the jigsaw, lads.
I'm keeping him.
Yeah.
Just because we're not going to sign replacements for all these players, you're going to have to keep a few.
He's lovely and he's so little and when he smiles and all that. Oh, bless him. Just keep him for the vibes. Go on.
Luke Shaw, left back, keep.
How old is he now?
Well, Luke Shaw is 47.
I think he's 28.
He's been here
between
for 10 years, isn't he?
Yeah,
It's 9 years, is it? No, 10 years. 2014 he signed, didn't
He must be near on 30.
he? He's going to be a keeper, isn't he? Like, I know he's not as great as everyone makes out.
Why does? Why do?
I don't think we should sell him.
Why do? Or why does?
Why
Everyone get on Martial's case, and Luke Shaw's here doing the same thing, and it's all, Luke Shaw's mint.
You know, like Luke Shaw's missed more than Varane
He's
this
just
year.
fucking injured all the
I
time.
say he's doing the same
He's
thing.
up and down,
What's he doing the
like
same
that.
thing as?
Like, you know what I mean?
Do you know what my favourite Luke Shaw
No one calls
was?
him a lazy fat bastard.
Also, when's the last?
Where do you sit at Old Trafford? You don't sit near me then.
Do you know my favourite version of Luke Shaw? Was when he got his fucking nashers done and came back looking like he hadn't had a fucking anything bar disco biscuits in a beef.
that was
for about 3
When
months.
was the last up on Martial?
fucking 10 hour came in.
When he met him in a lift.
Decent.
Yeah, he was decent then. He was good.
So
to
we're
be
keeping
fair.
Luke Shaw.
No, but I am right.
By the way,
I am right.
he'll be 29.
Martial's done more for Man
next
United than Luke Shaw.
That's a different debate for a different
Factual.
day. Right, we're keeping Luke Shaw then.
Catchphrase of today is, it's a low bar.
Yeah, it's a low bar.
We're not talking about fucking Dennis Irwin and Lee Sharp here, are we?
No, we're not. Go on, who's next on your list?
Sofian Amrabat. I know it's not going to be a sell, obviously, but
so
keep
wanted him
or
to be good.
get rid.
What
What does he do in training for Ten Hag to wait all summer to bring him in, and then start McTominay over him?
I was waiting for this. When we got to the midfield, I was waiting for this.
Is Ten Hag mental, or is
Also,
Amrabat shit?
I think Amrabat's been.
He was good at left back.
That might not be an either or. I thought, from what we saw at Fiorentina and the different side of him that we saw at the World Cup, there was two sides of a player that were both mint, and then whatever they sent us, I don't know if it was because he didn't have a pre-season, but he just looked very far off the pace. He's looked okay when he's played, not at left back. He didn't look good there. But he's looked okay when he played, but I don't expect okay, and I don't accept okay. And we need something a lot better. Now, haven't we agreed to buy him
No.
I don't think so.
It's an option.
as an option?
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
think
at the
that
moment,
going to get taken up.
unless he comes out at the second half of the season like Marcus did after the World Cup last year, I don't think he's going to be here next year.
It's our fault again though, because we signed in players like we couldn't sign him because of FFP, so we had to bring him in on loan at the end. Like, we could have just bought him at the start of the window. If we had any
It's a bit of a shambles. I do feel a little bit sorry for
He
him.
gets a full pre-season, settles in. We got no
I think
Cobby
at the
Main
start of
on
the
who's
window,
injured.
though, we still thought we were going to get two strikers. I think that we didn't know if we'd have them.
There was not a chance we were ever
People
getting
got
two strikers.
overexcited about him. Like when we lost to Arsenal, people going, when Amrabat gets here, he'll fix everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? And that clip of him chasing alongside Mbappe.
It's
And
going to
that
be
doesn't
funny
prove
over the
anything.
next two windows, you know, because all these tits online are going to be like saying United are buying. We ain't buying nobody, you know, over the next two windows.
I don't know about the second. I hope for the second window.
Listen,
Probably.
I'm telling you, summer's going to be very
We need
long.
to clear
summer.
out some of these lot, and then
We'll be doing a lot of clearing out. We
Yeah.
won't be doing a lot of bringing
No,
in.
and hopefully we're going to get a lot of like Condom Depot sponsorship for about fucking $7 billion,
Yeah.
and then buy everybody.
INEOS should sponsor us. I wonder if they've thought about it.
I'm sure.
That's
One of
going to be
their
like,
subsidiaries.
how do we listen to the thing here? We are now sponsored by the INEOS Grenadier to the tune of 14 billion a month.
Get on that,
I
Barada.
think that represents market value.
Yeah,
moving
it
on
does.
then.
Manchester
So
United.
Amrabat's going.
Going.
Sell, 4 sells, is it?
Christian Eriksen.
Mikael
Interesting
Forsell.
one.
Nicely
where you
done,
think We're
sunshine.
too good for him and he's slow and he can only play 50 minutes. But we
Who's
look
this
better
son?
when he plays. Christian Eriksen.
That's because 75% of our players can't pass wind.
Well, but regardless of that,
So when you see someone that can pass a ball,
we
you go,
afford
oh
to
my
lose
Lord.
Christian Erik?
It's like if you were hungry and you hadn't eaten for a week,
I'm
and I
gonna
gave you a
say no.
Ritz cracker, you'd love it.
I'm going to say you keep him because you do need bodies around. And
Nah,
like
get
I
rid.
said, He's a little quiet little mouse.
I'm sick of watching him jogging about. You know.
I'd keep Ericsson, mate.
I can't do it anymore, man.
No, I think he has his faults.
Him and McTominay are the same,
No,
bruv.
they're not. They're not. He's
In the
much
second
better at football than Scott
obviously,
McTominay.
I just said it, passing wise.
Right, sorry.
But you know, defensively,
Yeah.
I was watching a.
But what planet
I was
are we
watching
on
a video
making
of all the
Christian
goals we
Eriksen,
conceded this
like,
season. That's how. That's
expecting Christian Eriksen to be a defensive midfielder.
no, but it's basics,
Like, he's
bro.
not.
It's basics. You watch all the goals we conceded this season. You'll see him or McTominay or both.
Bayern Munich was a
chucking
good
back
one, wasn't it? They both got involved in the Bayern Munich one between them, didn't they? Let's have a bit of that.
Jogging back to the penalty spot.
Yeah, I love that.
Joe, the ozone layer was above Australia.
Yeah.
That was bigger than the all in our midfield when them two played.
so
I'd
what are you
keep
saying?
Ericsson.
Keep.
He's got no resale value,
gonna say,
and he
keep him.
does something that
Get
other
rid.
players can't do.
I
as
keep
well.
him. He can be our League Cup captain,
Sweet. Yeah.
I want a
Yeah, keep.
midfield revolution. Get rid.
like Che Guevara.
I mean, and much like Lissandro Martinez, Kobe Mainu, keep. No
Keep.
questions.
Build a team around him.
Yeah. Keep.
Seriously.
Stay.
He's
Give
our
him the
one
captaincy
shining
as well.
light.
Just wait until Martinez retires and make him captain.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or maybe
I
they could
can-
have half the band each.
Don't work like that.
Well, I could do.
If we're not careful, we'll
Half
drag
the
him
band
into
each.
oblivion with
Yeah.
us.
Oh, we
What,
will.
like
That's what we do.
New Kids on the Backstreet Boys?
I
Shut
can't-
the fuck up,
I
Joe.
can't
That's
wait.
ridiculous.
Armband each.
Well, so Kobe Mainoo's give up.
Half.
And he's like, these are all
45 minutes.
shit. There's
Yeah,
no, there's no
so what you get?
ambition.
You get McBusted. That's what you get. Fuck you.
45 minutes each. Busted
band of
were
all time.
fantastic.
No, they weren't.
Mainu, I know you don't need to say it, but just
Better
Can I just break it down, right?
McBeatles, would have been class.
yeah.
We're in the year
That would have
3000.
really made the Beatles
Yeah.
take off.
Not much has changed, but we live underwater. That's a big fucking change, Joe.
But what
Yeah,
they're
but
saying
everything else is the same.
within
And
that-
Can't be.
And your great
Combustion engines don't work underwater.
Yeah, is this where he's
25?
like, yeah, that's a bit noncy, isn't it?
But
Yeah.
also, we've got nuclear powered
How?
engines and all that.
But you're
on.
telling, isn't it something about like, get your great granddaughter to give us a shout?
Nah, because everyone lives forever then, so she's about 250.
I don't want my great granddaughter.
She's
being
got gills.
groomed.
Freak.
But she's
you
probably
know what I mean?
she's an
Extra
adult.
orifices.
What?
She's an adult by then.
How do you know?
Do you know this for sure?
Despite the fact that she might be an adult, the great granddaughter from the
Yeah.
Busted song, what are we doing with this player?
Where's all the water come from?
Rising sea levels.
How?
Global warming.
It's a fucking sphere.
No,
Where does the extra
was
water
right.
come from?
Antarctica.
Greta was right.
Antarctica, that's where it comes from.
My ass.
Yeah, Antarctica's
Yeah,
land
that's one
with ice
place.
on
Yeah,
it. When
that
that
is
ice
global
melts,
warming.
it goes into the sea, sea levels rise, busted.
We've not, seen
Next.
we've not seen Waterworld.
Next
Water
question.
expands when it's ice, so actually when it goes to water form, it's actually going to shrink. So I don't think.
Whilst I-
It
whilst I
may
think-
shrink, but it's still in the ocean, raising the sea levels.
What? Beyond the tops of mountains? Shut the fuck up, Joe.
But
You know
we're
where
not
it comes
saying-
from?
They didn't say they're on a mountain top underwater. They're just in Clapham or whatever.
Whilst I think this is the perfect platform to discuss global warming, can we move on?
Yes.
It wasn't global
next
warming.
midfielder.
It was this shit lyric of fucking Busted or whoever it was. It Busted on
Busted.
McFly.
Busted,
One of the
both of
fucking
them.
two.
Yeah.
But either way, your captain's sharing dual thing.
Half each.
Nonsense.
Half each.
Talking nonsense.
Next up then, Scott McTominay.
Laters. I'll fucking pick you up at 6.
I'm no commenting on this one.
What do you mean you're no commenting it?
Because I get in trouble for talking about him.
Trouble from who?
Commenters and that.
Oh, what
Yeah,
you do?
'cause you-
Since when has that bothered
why
you?
is-
You're
what-
vile and
It's
biased.
unlike this channel to be just ripping on some.
All right, I'll
Stop
tell you
being
what.
shit every week.
Right, we made it clear. Sell. Right, move on.
So
There you
okay.
go. No discussion. Done. Go on.
Stop being scared of the football. How about that? Come and show
Right,
for a
we
ball
did
once
almost
and
make it
often.
clear. We
You're a
did almost
midfield
move
player,
on.
bro.
I liked you better when you know comment.
You see that advert?
that
you
was,
see that
that was a
advert?
glorious 10 seconds.
Get him in the megastore.
Right. Next up on your list, Mason Mount, is it?
No, it's Casemiro.
Casemiro.
Actually. Keep or sell.
Casamigos.
Sell. Sorry, you putting it in. I don't know why I spoke for him.
Because you thought point at one brand, point
Yeah,
at both
well,
brands.
you put it all of us. Solidarity.
Sell him to Saudi Arabia.
Very
You
specific.
don't get to stipulate where he goes.
Yeah, we do.
There you
If
go.
we're going to sell
Sell him Watford then. He's not going, is
we're going
he?
to sell him
Saudi
to
Arabia is
Spain,
where
we're
he's
gonna
going.
get like 5 million and we're going to have to
Getting
pay
the
all of
fucking
his
carrot
wages.
oil out and he's getting reet on the boat.
Innit?
What?
No, if you sell him somewhere like Italy or Spain, so some of these broke teams, and then they come through and you got to pay all his wages and they only give you 3 million. It's
Yeah.
like, what's the
And
point in this?
actually, the check was in the mail, was it?
Yeah. It's like
So-
it's why you may as well have kept Donny van der Beek.
United didn't even know Saudi Arabia was a football league until last Friday.
Yeah.
Right? United are like, what do you mean?
We're
Saudi Arabia.
the only club that have sold a player to Saudi Arabia and took a loss.
We should have pretended we still wanted Ronaldo.
Remember
when
that?
they wanted him.
We sold him for less than we paid.
Casemiro, keep or sell, Steve?
Saudi.
Jay?
Arabia.
Really? Nah, I'm keeping him.
Carrot oil. Send him. Say, thank you very much.
Is he the same player, though, that he was at the start of last season or the first half of last season?
I don't think we know.
And even at Madrid.
You've got to bite the bullet on some players, though, and you've got to take.
Like
when there's
Casemiro,
resale
but
value, take it now.
31.
If someone's going to offer you some dough for him, take it. If they're going to offer you a Twix, just fucking keep him.
I don't think our midfield looks very good next year if we're selling Scott McTominay, Casemiro.
Oh, if you're selling Scott McTominay, it's already improved.
Realistically, though, what are you losing by losing Scott McTominay?
Well, no, I'm not on about that. That's okay. But once you put Casemiro in with that a lot, I think we do lose a lot.
Yeah, well, the whole idea would be that we bring somebody else in.
Yeah.
Which I know is novel. But, and what I would do...
You're talking crazy, you Steve.
Some of that I don't think anyone's ever thought about at United.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring in someone good.
No.
Shut up.
No.
Listen, you don't mess with tradition. Right? Go on.
Okay.
For a world record fee.
Bruno Fernandes.
No brainer.
Give him the keys to the city.
Yeah, keep.
I'm sick of
Our
people
only
getting on
truly
Bruno Fernandes.
successful post-Fergie signing.
Yeah. You're not being a hipster when you slag him off, you're being a prick.
Thank you.
Keep
Well
it.
said. Yeah. Oh, let's drop Bruno, and rely on who? McTominay. Good luck with that one.
No one's made a forward pass other than Bruno.
Yeah, it's like,
Fernandes.
you hear that argument.
Next.
Is my
Idiotic.
heart and soul.
I'm just going to bring a lone piece in for this one because we're in the midfield. Donny van der Beek.
I forgot he existed, which says it all. The
trying to
fact
sell
he's still on the
been
books
trying to sell him
is
since
a
we bought him.
miracle.
You know the fact that the manager that got the best out of him brought him in and thought, I ain't playing this guy. He said all you need to know about the situation.
So?
Again, another messed up situation by Man United. We could have got Jack Grealish.
Yeah, but what's Jack Grealish done?
But you know what happened? We went,
What's he achieved?
Real Madrid wanted him, so it must be class, isn't it?
He got a Ballon d'Or nomination.
That's literally how we've operated in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Who did City want? Who did Real Madrid want?
Who else wants him?
Well, they didn't want him to that fucking tune, did they? No. Right.
Another midfielder I think is maybe a slightly more contentious one, Hannibal Mejbri.
I'd keep him, me. I like the kid.
Would you?
And I might have roasted
Especially while we're getting rid of
entertaining, and sometimes you don't need a player that's entertaining because they might do something crazy. But I like it, so I want to keep him.
I think there's qualities in there, though. Obviously, you've got the aggression, the energy, and all that. But I also think there's some qualities in there. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
I think this might be the best chance we have to get a bit of money for him. I think I'd go sell.
I just don't think.
Mate, we spent 10 million.
Yeah, we spent 10 on him. Unless it's going to be 30, go fuck yourself.
I'm not about profit. I'm just on about.
But that's
something.
the point. Like, why are we buying these talented young players for £10 million when he was 15 or something?
Haven't we agreed
and then we want to go
a fee in advance of about 14 as well? So we've absolutely fucking shot ourselves in the dick
watching
anyway.
him in the Mercedes-Benz Junior Cup. The keys was mint. Man.
He is class.
I like it.
His qualities are there.
His
His temperament is a question mark. And I don't think Ericsson can be
That's
bothered
not a
with
question
him.
mark. I love that.
Yeah, I do as well. I love someone who goes onto the pitch at Anfield and just kicks everyone. It's all about that.
Okay, let's move on then. Garnacho.
Keep.
Yeah, no question.
Fucking hell, 100%. Yeah, I don't think we need to discuss that. Go
There's
on.
3 on that side, 4 on that side. The next one's Facundo Pellistri.
I think it's time for him to move on. I like the
Me
kid.
too.
Good lad. But I don't think he's quite good
Been
enough.
here 3 years as well.
I think had he been good enough, he'd have played.
Yeah.
At
There's an
right.
opportunity there, isn't there?
Yeah, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
rid.
Sorry.
Not
sorry
not
for coming
like
on.
that though. Fuck him off. Like just yeah.
That's how
Be
Steve
nice.
talks.
Be
That's
nice
Steve
about
being
it.
nice,
Yeah,
though,
be
to be
nice.
fair.
Yeah.
Go on.
Jadon Sancho.
Go.
Are you fucking serious?
I love the fact he gets angry if you asking a question
Like
you've
it's
got to
my
ask.
fault Jadon Sancho was employed
Based
by
off
United.
Are you for fucking real? What is wrong with you?
Based off principles, even if let's say even if Ten Hag left and a new manager, you still have.
No, I can't. That's what annoys me.
If we
he
wanna
does
change the
that,
culture
and he'll
of this
come back
club-
and it's like all the idiots
No,
are like,
fuck him up.
he scored against Stoke.
Here's how we're going to set the price. We're going to charge Dortmund £50 every time they do a fucking tweet about him. So I reckon we're going to get about 80% of our cash back looking at their fucking feed at the minute.
Honestly, it's like Jadon Sancho FC in it. Yeah. Well,
Amad Diallo.
Keep.
Why are you grimacing, you knob?
Again, though, he's been here 3 years, and I think
Yeah, one of them was spent in Sunderland, and
where
one
he
of them was
rasped
spent
it up.
injured.
All right.
cool. I
Fucking
think
hell.
Garnacho's done a hell of a lot more than he has in a lot less time.
Because
And
one of
he's-
them
and
was in
he's younger.
Sunderland.
Yes, but
I agree.
Garnacho
I
could
agree
easily
with
have
that.
been in
To be fair,
Sunderland if it'd been deemed the best.
Also, one plays on the left, one plays on the right.
I get that. I think he deserves an opportunity, and I think there's a player there.
I think there's a player there.
Mate, you're missing the end game here.
What?
Keep going.
Yeah. 3 yeses, 1 no. So.
And I like Amad Diallo.
No, you don't.
I just think we hold on to players
No, you
for
don't.
too long when deep down we know it's probably not there.
We haven't seen him.
I feel slightly more confident in Diallo than I do with Palestra. I think there's
He's
still
3 foot tall and he scored a header against AC Milan.
love that. That's what matters.
Okay.
That's the real quiz.
Anthony.
God
Get
almighty.
him out of here.
Is there a giveaway option? I'd take the £100 million loss or whatever it was. Like, it's not working out.
Do you think we're more aggressive about
Assalamu
how much-
alaikum. Have I got a player for you, our kid?
Do you think we're more harsh about him because of the off the pitch stuff?
No, I think it's the price tag.
I think that's the main thing.
I think if it was 10 million, he wouldn't be that bad.
I think
But
it's the on the pitch stuff that I'm really harsh
He's
about.
not good, and he cost a lot of money. It's not a great combo.
Yeah. Also, like any grown man that does that needs to just get out.
Does
of
what?
there. Does that.
Was that a celebration? When's the last time he did one of them?
It's very mauled by the Tigers, isn't it?
No wonder he did 4 celebrations when he scored against Arsenal. Got the most out of it.
Mauled by the Tigers.
Yeah, I think so. And again, we might actually get 30 million quid for him.
Mate,
Some in.
we
You know
might
what I
get
mean?
30 million.
I think
we
will.
spent 80 on him.
I know, but if he stays another year, we might not even get that. Let's move on then to
Mate.
the left-hand side.
Go on.
Everyone's saying sell Anthony.
I know. Well, we did.
It'd have been cheaper.
think we did.
What we fucking paid them for Donny van der Beek, Anthony, and Lissandro Martinez.
would have paid
They
for
must
that.
have been only about 300 mil to buy.
Yeah.
We're about 25 mil short. The next Ananana, that was 50. We probably could have bought Ajax.
Can't pop it tonight.
Technically, that money did go to Inter Milan, but let's not let in the way of
Facts get in the way of
the
a
story.
Stephen Howson rants. What's the matter with you?
So
You make a good point.
probably gave a bit of money
You do
to
make a good
Ajax for
point.
Ten Hag, though.
Yeah,
I bet
you
there's
do.
some compensation nipping about there.
Go on.
Left-hand side, Marcus Rashford. It's a big conversation.
It's
though,
not a
isn't
big
it?
conversation
No,
on
but
this
it's not
table.
for us,
No,
but it
not a
is
big
being
conversation.
It's
talked
another one of let's get rid of
No, do you know
Marcus
what? No, I
and
don't-
replace him. Yeah,
No, I don't think it's as straightforward as that. I would say,
Go on then.
because he has been inconsistent. I
Yeah.
would say if someone wants to pay you crazy money, and I'm talking like 100 mil.
Yeah.
If like, because I think PSG might, because I think they really like him, and I think if they lose Mbappe, they're going to need a big, sexy carrot that costs them 100 mil, and it's all with them. They're in the little thing where United fucked up in it a while ago.
Yeah.
With the. It also has to have a little bit of Instagram following, and Marcus has got a big one. So pause. And I think if they did put 100 mil on the table, because I think that's the sort of figure that they would want him to go for. I think if 100 mil came in for him, I'd sell.
Can I just ask you
I'll
this?
say
though?
this, looking right down that camera, Marcus Rashford worth more than £100 million.
Can I just ask you one
Not
thing
in
though?
box or maybe.
Like I
That
hear what
one,
you're
that
saying,
one, that
and
one.
he has been inconsistent. But I look at that right hand side, and we spent 80 million on Anthony, 70 million on Jadon Sancho, 20 million on Facundo Palestra. I have no confidence that we'll replace Marcus Rashford.
You know,
with
selling
someone who's
Rashford
better
for
than him.
100 million is letting Beckham go for 20 million all over again.
I don't think we would. I think
it's short change.
They want a
like
fucking
our history of buying
140 million
wingers
for
has
Evan
been
Ferguson.
exactly our history of buying wingers has been shocking, and I understand. I agree with about his form and everything. I think you get 100 million for him, and we waste it on someone who gets you 2 goals a season.
And Marcus Rashford gets 50 goals in Ligue 1.
Yeah, he probably does.
And people start
that's
talking
my main
so-
issue.
Dagestani madman.
I just
Trust
think he's
me,
one of
man.
the players we have
Well,
to keep.
I hate all
and
this
there's other
disrespect
issues.
of Rashford.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah, keep.
I hate
Right.
it.
I've just got no confidence on replacing him as well.
A player that I've
Right.
skimmed over it, and which may say a lot about his career so far at Man United. Mason Mount.
All right.
Oh, nah, keep him, bruv. I like Mason Mount. The only thing about Mason
Keep
Mount,
the player we bought 7 months ago.
you know the thing, we look stupid because we
Played
could have got
about
him
4
free in
games.
the summer and we paid 50 million for him and he's been injured for this time.
65.
But I actually think he's a very, very good player. And like, to get rid of him would be stupid. Especially if we're going to keep someone like
You gotta keep
39.
You've got to keep him. We can't get rid of a player like Steve said. He's played 4 games. He's been injured. We don't just bought him. That was ludicrous.
The mad thing is that obviously he was in a team where he was sort of trying to adapt to new surroundings and a new position, and the team was fucking totally dysfunctional.
Yeah.
And then he got injured. So it's like, yeah. What the stupidest thing about it is that we paid all that money for him when if we'd have just had a bit of planning about us, we could have like moved him into the team next year for free and not having our asses felt up by FFP.
Yeah. Although we weren't to know that he would be injured almost
Such a wordsmith.
half of the season.
love it.
So he, in their heads, he could have been the difference between winning a trophy and not. And
Yeah.
instead he's been injured, which you could never have predicted. Moving forward then, I think we've got 3 more to go. Anthony Martial. I know we sort of talked about him at the start.
Sell, release. He's done. He's not going to get a contract extension.
Where's he even going?
I know, but thankfully his contract's finished in it, so it's not our issue.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him David De Gea it.
Yeah,
does not go anywhere.
Nah, he'll go somewhere.
Just be walking his fucking dog in the park.
I wouldn't even be surprised if he go back to France.
Do you think there is an element
Spanish club
of him?
I think he's a fantastic player.
I know he is, but do you think there's an element of he might have fallen out of love with football a bit just because of the injuries and stuff? And everything, all the things you mentioned
earlier. He's very young,
his fucking kids are at school in Manchester. Like, I genuinely wouldn't fucking be surprised if he just doesn't go anywhere.
He might just be like,
I don't think it takes a long time for that love to come back, though. Once you get a manager who puts their arm around you.
He went to Sevilla and he didn't.
No, but he off on a bench.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what's weird?
He didn't look interested.
People give him a lot of stick here about, he's lazy, this, that, and the other. Every single manager has played him. Every single manager.
They've also played Scott McTominay. What's your point?
No, but like, people talk about Jadon Sancho, how he's been a dick and all that. Like, Anthony Martial has never been that guy, although he has a reputation of being that guy somehow.
Listen, there's a lot of reasons you can defend Martial. I think the press have treated him like shit as well about his personal life and stuff. It's like, what's all that about? Injuries have been, obviously horrible for him. I just think you got to be honest about it.
No, it's time's time.
Time's time.
But we fucked up that one.
Go on.
Next up, Rasmus Højlund.
Sell him, obviously. We don't need him. You know what I mean? We've got so many strikers. Why would we need him?
That's true.
Yeah. I actually think he's really good.
I do. I think he's mint. And I'm glad he started scoring in the Premier League.
I'm just confused that we're not moved on yet already.
Right, sorry.
Højlund, keep. And finally then, and obviously, maybe it doesn't need discussing, but I think it does need discussing. Mason Greenwood.
All right.
There is a Mason Greenwood question that needs to be answered, isn't there?
I think we're at a point where his stock's risen a little bit. We obviously know what happened when he tried to bring him back into the squad. The sort of reaction says it all. Unfortunately, I had high hopes for the kid, but for reasons that are...
If he goes to Barcelona, though...
I think it is time to move on.
If he goes to Barcelona...
Yeah.
There's a sniff of it. I see Man United going, fuck that. He's staying here. Like, why would they say to him, nah, you're not coming back? And then he goes and plays for one of the biggest clubs in the world.
Because they tried to bring him back, didn't they? They saw the reaction
and
he bottled
that's
it.
Mental, isn't it?
Whether you agree with it or not, the club backed down.
Bottom line is, it's a fucked up situation.
Yeah.
No, it is. And obviously...
it's the most unique situation.
I agreed with the decision to kind of let him go to Getafe or whatever, but he's going to be going to, like, Real Madrid, Barcelona, one of these big boys. And Man United are going to sit back and go...
Did we not always know that, though, deep down? Did we not always think he's going to end up...
No, Joe, why we let it happen?
Teenager I've since his room.
Yeah, we always knew if he didn't play for United, he's going to go. Yeah, he's going to go to a big club.
And I'm all right with it.
Just because they're doing it, don't mean we should be doing it. Like, people furloughing staff over COVID, this, that and the other. People do things where you don't agree with it morally and you do it...
I do think the club will
I think they might, but I think they've got to sell him.
Right, so you're going to sell Maka?
You have to sell him, but I do think the club are going to keep him.
Okay. Stay.
I think he's gone.
Yeah, I agree. I think he has. And we all know why. Is that it? Is that your lot? Everything?
I genuinely think the club keep him,
Well, get involved in the chat in the comments.
Well,
do you agree?
They absolutely will do, because every single time any of us mention this, the amount of back and forward is... The fan base isn't united on this. The fan base doesn't... And I see a lot of people going, just bring him back. For me, the difference between what the situation is with Mason Greenwood and the situation with other people who've had these accusations and things like that levelled at them is we heard it.
Yeah.
And whether or not you agree with me on this, it's probably the only case I'm aware of where you have heard the evidence against them. And it matters.
High profile, anyway.
Yeah. And it matters. To me, it matters at least, anyway. And I think there's some people that would agree with me on that I think that matters. And I can only speak from personal experience, but if my missus publicly accused me of that, and I don't buy you was hacked and they posted some real specific shit, that's interesting. I don't buy that at all. I think that they posted it and then thought about it and then changed their mind. And the whole, well, they're back together means nothing. Doesn't mean he didn't do it. And if my missus had accused me of the things he was accused of, I guarantee I wouldn't be with her.
And you did, if you didn't do it, you definitely wouldn't still.
Well, yeah, because like if I don't leave her, what does that suggest?
Yeah. No, I agree with the only reason I'm saying that is because it's not my opinion. I just think that's what's going to happen. I think ultimately you're dealing with ruthless businesses, and I think it will be... INEOS could even go...
Well, he's a £100 million asset.
He's a big asset. That was the last guys were kind of changing this decision. It's new owners and that. I wouldn't be surprised
if they said clean slate. You know,
wouldn't
he's
be
made
surprised.
mistakes.
No.
He's
I hear
been
you. I wouldn't
punished.
be surprised, but I do think push comes to shove.
He's going to be playing in the
I
Champions
think
League.
There's a lot of good.
How can he go?
There's a lot of good PR around INEOS at the minute, around Ratcliffe. People, even the ones that were doubting, and I think that get rid of all that. I think there'd be a massive backlash, and everyone would be on him. And I don't think he needs that.
I actually think there's a massive chance. This isn't on the same topic, but I think there's a massive chance that the first mistake he makes, the Glazers will probably pour so much fucking gravy on it, because I'm sure they've got some level of intelligence. I don't think it's very high. I think it's double digit, but I think they've got some level of intelligence, and they must be sick seeing how welcomed this guy has been by not being them and by doing things differently, and the praise that they're getting. And if we do turn this around and start winning, I think they are bitter enough that they will be problematic. Because I get the Donald Trump vibes from them. Like, they only want to hear good news. They want to take all the credit for stuff. They're confused as to why United fans don't like them.
Yeah.
And then this geezer comes in with a quarter of it. He's speaking to the fans. He's open. He's this, that, and the other. I can see them being proper dicks about if it works because he's took the football side. Just look at what they've done. They've held on to 75% minus the public offering of the club and allowed some random guy to them the whole football side of it. It's a very strange thing to...
There was talk yesterday that they've also kind of opened up the commercial side to them as well.
So what are they doing?
They're almost going...
Well, they're sat there making £1 billion or 500 million quid off of someone else running the club for them. They've just been paid 500 million quid for someone else to do their job for them.
Yeah.
It's not a bad spot.
When it will get interesting for me is, like, you know, for example, let's use the Barata appointment. Let's say they didn't like his wages or something, because then ultimately they can veto that, right? And then it'd be interesting to see, you know, if after 1 or 2 or 3 of these disagreements, it could start getting very tetchy in that boardroom. Do you know what I mean? And then you could find a club that are just kind of being pulled back and forth in between.
Yeah.
It seems quite smooth at the moment, because it seems like Radcliffe and his crew have come in.
Yeah.
They've got the ideas of how to actually look like you're arsed about your football club, which is, you know, we've been starving, and someone, like you said before, someone's given us a fucking Rivita.
Yeah. It's like when Ole came in after Jose, innit? It went from being so down and negative and aggressive and scary to being like happy and light and enjoy yourself and all this.
Paddock the other week,
like
who's your favourite manager?
Yeah.
I was like, Solskjaer, bro.
Yeah. It's the most fun of all. Right.
I think we also play the best football.
Right, we'll wrap it up there. Get involved in the chat in the comments. Big thank you as well to Green King Sport for sponsoring this podcast. Make sure you are hitting like, share and subscribe. This has been Off the Bar. That's been Joe Smith. That's been Adam McCullough. That's been Stephen Howson. I've been Jay Motti. Thanks for watching.